my vlog. This is Queen de la Classroom. Today I wanted to do a bit of a different video for you. This is a quick update about what is going on with the Queen. So the first thing that's been going on is that I've been out of school for about a week. So I've been doing a lot of relaxing, what I like to call deep couch sitting. Watching TV and just binging out on the sofa. Also, I've been studying really hard for my CERT exam. If you guys have been following me since last summer, I am still within the teaching, getting a teaching job phase of my career. I've just ended my second year of substitute teaching, as well as long-term sub teaching, which is very, very fulfilling and eye-opening. And I can actually say that I'm seeing my growth as a teacher, comparing last year to this past school year. Also, I am gearing up for a job fair. So I know I've done a couple of videos about getting prepared to answer interview questions and also preparing your portfolio for a either job fair or a interview. So what I've done is I have updated. This is what mine looks like. I'm not sure if this will be the final, but if it is, this is what it looks like. I'm kind of thinking that I want my name cursive, but I don't know. But for now, this is what I'm working with. I also recently got a new portfolio like this, pad portfolio to write in. I think Miss Momo Love Science has this as well. So I got this so that I can write down on this very first page all of my little quick notes to myself. So I'm going to be speaking with a lot of different district leaders, and so in case they throw me a question and I need a quick answer, or I need to know really quickly, about what it is that or how I would like to answer it, those will be where I will go to my quick notes. It's not a whole lot, but this past week I've been also binging out on YouTube videos. So a couple people I'm gonna shout out is For Teachers YouTube channel, and they are two teachers, Katie and Ryan. And so they recently did what's called, a job interview video, and they give questions and their answers, or how their opinions about how you should go about answering those so that you can get a teaching job. So those questions were very helpful to me. I'm always interested in those types of videos. Like I said, I'm still in the getting a teaching job phase, so that's always helpful. One thing that they really said that stood out to me was to have a list of your favorite resources. So what I took that to mean is that you want to look at the courses that you want to teach, and from those courses you want to actually have a quick little list about different resources to help you teach those courses. So like for English Language Arts, I would definitely say Reading and Writing Strategies book. It's 2 books by Jennifer Saravello, if I'm pronouncing it right. That would be an awesome resource to list. Also different books or quick reads that you use to teach different skills like main idea, or the setting, I've used before Where the Wild Things Are. It's very popular with the students. I let them actually watch the YouTube video of it, and then we discuss, or let them listen to it. Either way works. So those are some little quick things. So that's what I say when I'm writing on my little quick tips on this pad. That's one column that I'm going to use this time, because that's something that I took for granted before. Even though I went over it, it always helps to write things down, because in the heat of the moment, you're going to be maybe nervous, or you're going to be overwhelmed. I don't know. You go through a series of emotions when you go to either a job fair or an interview. So to take the stress off of you, it always helps to have it written down. So that's what I plan to do. Also, Brandon over at Senor S's Spanish Spot, he recently did, I think he has a new blog that he's done, and he's done a post about getting prepared for an interview. So he gave some different questions that I hadn't thought of. A couple of them I had, but there was one that I didn't, and so I'll keep that in mind and include that one in, because you always want to have 3 to 4 go-to questions that you want to have prepared to ask. And the reason being is because if they have answered 2 of your questions, well, you at least have 2 that they haven't, and those will be the 2 that you ask. What else? So in prepping for that, getting ready for my CERT exam, and also I am keeping hopeful. A lot of times it gets very discouraging when you are in the job search process, and it's good to keep a positive but real outlook on, just going through the process. Reach out if you need help, or even if it's just you need encouragement. That's a lot of things. That's a lot of times we don't feel like, oh, I should be able to handle this, or I don't want to bother them or whatever. But we're all going through this at one point in time or another. You seasoned teachers have definitely gone through this. So what I'm doing to stay positive and stay motivated, keep my eye on the prize, is to continue to develop things for my classroom. I'm not there yet. I'm not in my first classroom yet, but what I did was last summer I picked up my teacher planner, which I on purposely did not use, because at that point I was like, I'm going to save it for my first classroom. Not going to write in it until I get my contract. Well, I got very close to a contract, but I could not accept it. I've talked about that in the previous video. But what I will say is that I've kept it. And so what I plan to do, what I'm trying so hard to do, is to just update the monthly spread of the calendar, because I bought the Happy Planner, and I know how to, I researched a DIY project of how you can make the pages, or the holes in the pages to put in the Happy Planner without the punch, the hole punch, the special hole punch that's like $40. And so I tried it, and it does work. So if you guys are interested in that, I think I found it on Pinterest. However, the only thing that I really need to change to it would be the monthly spread. Everything else is basically undated, so I could still use it. Um, so I have that going into it. And I also picked this up last night. I saw this, someone had posted about this on Instagram. Um, but their book was a little bit different, but I don't know. This still worked for me because it is 300 writing prompts, and that's something that I plan to incorporate into my classes. No matter what I'm teaching, I plan to have them write to a journal prompt. And so we know that there's 180 days in school, and so there's one for every day in this book. So yeah, other things, I guess, one final thing before I go is to share with you some self-care items. This is what I got in February in our gift exchange, Valentine's gift exchange. And this right here is a godsend. I know this Bath and Body Works sells this, but whoever came up with the ingredients for this, it works. Shantae had also gifted me the bath gel. I use that every morning. I promise you, during, I guess, this past school year, I had a lot of long-term sub assignments to where I was stepping in for the teacher of record. So I became the teacher of record for a brief moment. So during those months where I did that, this was a godsend. Every morning and every day after school, I would come home, take a bath, and take a nap. Nap time is my favorite, and I don't take naps. But during the school year, the queen takes a nap. Also, during the day, what helps me is this. It's also the aromatherapy line. This is the energy. I also have the focus. And the focus is to help you focus in on what you're working on. So I use between this one and the other one, and the other little scents as well. But on those days where I was struggling in the morning, this one and the focus is definitely the ones were my go-to, along with the stress relief. So, little self-care tip. I'm not getting any proceeds from Bath and Body Works. These are great, and I have very sensitive skin, and I have no breakouts, any of that from using it. And I used it every day, all day, including the hand sanitizers that match. So that's all I have to report now. I will kind of update you guys. It's the summertime, so I'll come back to you periodically and give you an update about what's going on with the queen. And until next time, I'll see you later.